Yo, what's up, everybody? Rafe Realm here. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon, that ding-a-ling-ling bell icon, so you get notified when I do go live and when I throw up a video on YouTube. And that goes across the board on all my video platforms. Make sure to be following, make sure to be commenting, make sure to be liking, make sure to be checking out everything. And if you're watching this on my streaming platform, come out and follow. Subs, subscribe, support, do the things, you know what I mean? And all my show notes should be updated. If it's not, I'll make sure by the end of the weekend they are. I'll make sure this gets thrown up on Spotify for you guys, or I'll update it on Monday so it reflects everything so you can listen to me as you're driving if you like that kind of stuff. Anyway, gotta tell you, last night, a lot of wrestling to take in all at once. Even Bloodsport was on. Everything was on last night. It was insane on Fight Network. So we start out with Impact. Well, Bloodsport came on before Impact. Then we had DDT after that. Then we had GCW going into about 2 in the morning. It was insane. It was just so much wrestling all at once on a Thursday. Crazy. Anyway, so we had Impact and New Japan coming together for Multiverse United. Only the strong will survive on a Thursday. This happened at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard, 11 o'clock Eastern time, so it came on kind of late. A lot of these wrestling events came on kind of late, but it was it threw me back to the days of ECW, really, when ECW would do things late night, pay-per-view wise, and it was just perfect. The crowd was into it tonight. It just everything fell into place. Impact is doing great things. And I wish there was more people that reviewed this show and more people that review Impact in general. I think people sleep on New Japan. I think people do sleep on Impact Wrestling, honestly. Impact has gotten good, and the rumor has it that they signed with a big nationwide network. So Impact's going to get better. And like I said, they're signing talent, kind of how WWE did it back in the day with the Attitude Era. They signed names that could be turned into stars eventually. Like, for instance, in Impact, Mike Bailey. Hell of a match with Tanahashi, hands down. Literally, I don't care what anybody tells me. One hell of a match. I would say it's got match of the year candidates on it, and literally both of them were doing finishing moves. The main event was the shit. Literally the shit. I would watch that match over and over again. Literally, I will say this, Multiverse United, only the strong will survive. Literally, I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. It is a B+++++. It was really good. Like, I would say A- level here. And it was really good because it led off with a pre-show that was really good. Like, just hella good. And I don't say that often, but WWE, take notes. AEW, take notes. Your 0 hours has got to get better, because this literally gave you the hypeness to go into the beginning, middle, and end of the pay-per-view, right? And all these shows are happening before WrestleMania, and literally WrestleMania has to blow our shoes off now, because Impact and New Japan killed it last night. GCW killed it last night. Bloodsport, GCW freaking killed it last night. Everything had a beginning, middle, and end. And Bloodsport, I'm going to tell you guys, I'll have a review of that. Josh Burnett, first time watching it, I was amazed. I was sitting in my office chair. I had to go take it in the front room to put it in, cast it to the TV. It was so good, and I need to watch more. Like, my mind has been blown. I need to watch more. And Impact, I will be doing a lot more with Impact Wrestling. I know I've slacked on, leading up to this event, but I apologize for that. Had some situations go down, but we're back at the helm. We're doing the things, and this show was great. Like, it had a build. AEW, it had a build, okay? This is what you guys need to be doing. Having great shows per week. Just saying. Anyway, so it kicked off. The pre-show kicked off at 10:45 Eastern time, which was 7:45 our time. And Yana Hiramura defeats Gabriel Kidd. And this match was really good. Gabriel Kidd came out. was the aggressor with headlocks, body slams. You know, they're working back and forth. Most of these matches were tactician matches, like arm bars, figure fours, leg locks, big hitting kicks. Suzuki, literally a legend in itself. And again, I can't say this enough. Literally, really good. The pre-show just gave you that hypeness to go into. It was a headlock, body slam. Yamura made process by working on the arm. Kid fires back with a suplex, then executes a hanging choke and a turnbuckle. And Yamura collapsed to the mat, and then Kid taunts and was the aggression. Yamura railed a arm drag over the top, over the head suplex for a flying crossbody for a victory. That's how you do a pre-show. A pre-show should build you into being hyped for the pay-per-view. Then they kick you off with a match that I felt was a little underrated, but so good. That X Division, no joke. Trey Miguel, I don't know why WWE didn't sign him when the Rascals got signed, because they kind of need Trey Miguel to go with Wes Lee over on NXT for a tag team. But Trey Miguel, literally, Impact, keep him signed. He is that good on his own, and he does well for you. Retains the X Division title, and I got to tell you, this match with Frankie Kazarian was turning the time clocks back. And I can tell you this match was so good. Again, Rocky Romero, what can I say? Rocky Romero's coming out with his new single. Sounds really good. It's kind of a ripoff of Bad Bunny in a way, but it was catchy. Kevin Knight, that is the new the New Japan Strong future. He is really good. Clock Corners, what can you go wrong with Clock Corners? Seriously. And then Trey gets everyone on their nerves, so they fight in the ring to start the match. And it was flip, dive, dodge. Flip, dive, dodge. So the way I can explain it, super kicks, then sling blades. You know, Rich Swann was in the match as well. I forgot to mention Rich Swann and Frankie Kazarian. And it's just, the match was great. Beginning, middle, and end of that match, I was left clapping. I felt literally happy with the results. And yes, Trey Miguel's not everybody's favorite because he's playing heel, but I enjoy him and I enjoy what he's doing. I really thought Frankie was going to win. I thought they really were going to give Frankie the X Division belt just to get him something, you know, since he signed a big deal with them. But no, they gave it to Trey Miguel. So Trey Miguel is continuing with the title. That is good to see. Connors explodes into a flying spear midair. Then Trey tosses Connor from the ring and pins Knight to steal the victory. Knight is a piece of the future. You got to see that. I'll get into GCW's pay-per-view that went into 2 a.m, but literally, I got to tell you, this match right here could have been match of the night, but I will literally give that to Tamahashi and literally, quite literally, at the end of it all, let me get his name there. Speedball Mike Bailey, sorry. The other match, what I would say would be Kushida defeating Lio Rush. Lio Rush is improving, and Lio Rush, I really hope goes to Impact. I don't want to see him. He kind of failed in AEW and then had the big outburst with Tony Khan. I would like to see Lio Rush go a little longer, maybe join Impact and be the diamond in the rough. I could see him as Impact champion. I could see a company getting behind him, but his actions, kind of like Real One for MLW, which was Enzo Amore, kind of the same principle. Both of these guys are improving. They're getting better in the ring, and their showmanship is really getting good. If you watch Real One on MLW and then you watch Lio Rush here, man, night and day. Like, Lio Rush is great on the mic, kind of was okay in the ring, but now kind of coming on his own since the J Cup and the tag team thing. I really am starting to fall in love with Lio Rush, what he does. I like what he does. Fortunately, it's not his time. You know, Kushida was better. Kushida has signed a major contract with Impact. So Kushida deserves where he gets. And that's, you know, Kushida's great talent. I just didn't understand why WWE did not utilize Kushida to the best of his abilities. He could have been Intercontinental Champion. He speaks good English, somewhat good English. He could have been cruiserweight champion over and over again. There was many things, United States belt. There was many things they could have done with Kushida. They brought him up way too early from NXT and misutilized him. I felt they didn't know what to do with him, and I'm happy to see him in Impact / New Japan Strong. It's working out well for him. And again, like I said, one hell of a match. Jeff Cobb and Moose impressed the shit out of me. Jeff Cobb, why are we not giving him a belt already? Why are we having him lose? I really thought on Wednesday he was going to win that, literally that United States IWGP Championship. Kenny Omega don't need that. Kenny Omega needs a World Heavyweight Champion or a TNT belt in his name. Honestly, go fight Will Hobbs. I'm just saying. Kenny does not need the U.S. belt, honestly, but I get why they have it on him. It's a marquee name. I get it. Again, it was a pretty much a slobber knocker of a match between them two. They fought back and forth, 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 throwing haymakers at each other. Cobb was trying to go for the Tour of the Islands multiple times, and Moose was trying to go for a spear. I love Moose. Moose is given everything to Impact. He is the god of wrestling as far as Impact goes. I would love to see Moose. I know he's going to be 44 when he comes out of this. Maybe he goes and does a run in AEW for a big promotion, or maybe he ends his career in Impact. I don't know what Moose is going to do, but he's great talent. Every match Moose does is great. And I get shit on for talking about Moose all the time. I praise Moose all the time. Moose is a better Goldberg. Seriously, a better Goldberg. Or what Bobby Lashley could have been. Again, people compare Moose to Bobby Lashley, but I think Moose has more moves than Bobby Lashley. If Moose can get in the gym and kind of hit it, he would look like Bobby Lashley-esque. And a little bit better than... He is a better Goldberg. I'm just saying. Excuse me. So he hits him with a ripcord strike into the Tour of the Islands, and so devastating. 1, 2, 3. Jeff Cobb was doing 3 different things that night. He did Bloodsport, then he did this event. Jeff Cobb is literally an all-star of this weekend so far. Jeff Cobb, don't know why AEW is not signing this man to a contract, having him win your TNT championship, or put him in Ring of Honor and have him win television titles, or a World Heavyweight title. Jeff Cobb is the shit. And I don't know why I don't even know why WWE has snuffed on him. I have no idea why. Again, Jeff Cobb, amazing match. Honestly, really good. Every match had some type of storytelling and a beginning, middle, and end. And I gotta tell you, it was fiery all night long. Again, we get into Diana Peraza, Marsha Slamovich, Greshel Shaw, and Mayu Yamashita Sheni. She signed with Impact, actually. I think she signed with Impact from Stardom, or they're trading rosters and talent, whatever. But again, this match went the distance too. Diana Peraza, man, hitting 2 pile drivers, which they call it's a Gotch pile driver, but they call it the Vushirosha power bomb into an exploder. And then it's a Gotch pile driver, technically. They call it the Queen's Throne or something like that. It's a really good move. Like, it is devastating. She got the win tonight over Shaw, and then a couple Canadian destroyers. Like, oh my goodness. Like, whatever they're doing in the Impact Zone when it comes to literally the Knockouts division right now in 2023, all eyes need to be on women's wrestling within Impact right now, because it is the shit. It's better than AEW. It's better than WWE right now. It is entertaining. And it's a bunch of nobodies outside of Mickie James and possibly Diana Peraza and, again, Jordynne Grace. Outside of that, it's a bunch of nobodies or people that have been underlooked by WWE for years, putting on hell of a match. This is what WWE needs to be doing. This is what AEW needs to be doing. New Japan, and literally right now, New Japan and Impact are killing it on the women's side. Like, and DDT Pro Wrestling. If you watch their match tonight, it was a chef's kiss. Seriously. These other promotions, people sleep on them, and again, I just don't understand it. Again, we had PCO, Callahan, Fred Rosser, and Alex. Alex, and they defeat Eddie Edwards, Joe Henry, Tom Lawler, and J.R. Kakarot or Kratos. Sorry, in an 8-man tag team effort. This match was kind of okay. I like Sami Callihan. Sami Callihan is kind of changing his look to fit in with the whole, the faction that, DK or what was it? Deacon is doing over an Impact. Again, like I said, Violent by Design. And again, that just came to my mind. I thought it was DK, my bad. Violent by Designer, now the Design. And he's starting to shave his head, starting to slim down. You can actually see Sammy's kind of taking it serious. He's not going to be fat, Sammy, for very long. PCO and Kratos hit a left standing in the battle in the PCO gained the edge by a Scorpion Death Drop and a French-Canadian Frankensteiner from the top and a moonsault. Finished with a moonsault. PCO moonsaulted to the outside, bodies below. The match broke down into the signature moves. PCO and Kratos were left standing, and 1, 2, 3, PCO. PCO is great talent. He's getting older, but at his age, he's still super flying, man. Him and two Scorpio, man. Oh, man. Literally killing it at their age. It's insane to see them turning the times. Turning the dial back, man. It's incredible. Again, we had a match tonight with Austin Aries and Chris Bay representing the Bullet Club, Mark Davis and Fetcher of Aussie Open, and Shane and Bad Dude representing TMDK, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin representing Motor Machine Guns, and they're your strong champions. And Bullet Club won this convincingly. Got lucky, though, in an aspect. Again, Chris Bay is just literally amazing. Austin was able to make a save and pitfall. Bullet Club opens the window for an opportunity for a double roadhouse kick in the hassle. They found their groove in the pain and the art of the finish and fold for a combination for a 1, 2, 3. So Bullet Club is literally Impact's big thing. Again, will David Finlay come to Impact? We don't know those answers. David Finlay looks to be like the head leader of Bullet Club, but they haven't made any confirmations of that yet. Now, I forgot to mention in the women's match, Mickie James is going to have a triple threat. Diana Peraza and Jordan Grace versus Mickie James. So it'll be a triple threat and no surrender, I believe that's what's going to be at their next pay-per-view. But if Mickie James cannot defend, or be medically cleared, she's going to have to forfeit the title and there will be a new champion crowned. Hope that's not the case. I hope this is not the end of Mickie James in her retirement run. But, again, we get into Kushida and Lio Rush, man. Can we say any more? Can we say any more? That was just a chef kiss. That was the second match of the night to me. Lio Rush is impressing me by the day. Kushida, what can we say? This is WWE dropping the ball with somebody. Kushida is great shit. I'm sorry, but I've been watching Kushida ever since the J Cups and the Kushida's great stuff. I used to remember when he came out as Back to the Future and the whole Time Splitter thing, and it was great. Doing Marty well, and he had another guy that would do the Doc back in the day. Again, like I said, Kushida is the shit. They did a whole thing, but between both of them with super kicks, a flog splash. Kushida was way too much for Lio Rush at the end. Lio Rush, you could tell, was hurting. Again, all these matches, everybody respected each other. Like at the end, they were holding hands and hands in the air. The code of honor was for real, and I give them that. New Japan Open Strong match. Kenta versus Suzuki, Minoru Suzuki. This match went all the way to the end to where I was like, Suzuki's going to win this match, and Kenta had to cheat. Kenta's been cheating with rolls of coins or using anything he can get to win. Suzuki at the end wanted to hit him with a chair. Again, Suzuki was playing migraines throughout the thing. Same with Kenta. This match had a lot of kicks, hits, dives. Suzuki's turning back time too. Like, I know he's up there in age too, but he is really good at what he does, and it's very entertaining. I get, Hirashi or Tamahashi and things like that. They do the slaps all the time, and that's the Japanese wrestling style, and I get it. Ishii does it too. A lot of people are not into it when it comes to the state, but this crowd was into everything tonight, like literally into everything. So, again, Kenta, amazing talent. Like I said, I just don't like the whole thing with the whole I have to cheat at the end of a match. But Suzuki scratches his neck again, and to another sleeper, Kenta grabs the referee, and Suzuki transitions into a pile driver finish. The referee fell down. Kenta scored a low blow. Kenta rolls up Suzuki and his feet on the ropes for a legal leveraged win. So technically cheated to win. And again, Suzuki escapes the go to hell to counter into a sleeper. And I read the rest of that in my show notes. But anyway, that I've written down. But again, one hell of a match. You can't go wrong with this stuff. You can't go wrong. Seriously, you just can't go wrong with this stuff. So anyway, we get into, again, I can't say this enough. Hiroshi Tamahashi versus Speedball Mike Bailey. You can't not go wrong with this stuff. Like, this had match of the year candidate. I'm just saying. So I'll read this. The Ace forces damage into Bailey's knee, lower drop kicks, dragon screw after dragon screw. Tamahashi adds a insult to injury by playing Bailey's leg like a guitar. In the apron, Bailey dodges to slide a drop kick, leaping up to a springboard moonsault up in the air. Both men are milking the drama to beat 20 count at 19. Bailey shows a sway by blocking a dragon screw for a roll-up. Tamahashi kicks out. Bailey adds a standing moonsault, double knee drop. Then Tamahashi kicks out again. This went back for a while. They were doing finishing moves left and right. Speedball shows heart by raising up and Super Rena. Bailey continues with a high kicks and connected with a signature tornado kick, which was amazing. Bailey aimed to finish with a ultimate weapon, but missed the mark. Tamahashi punched for a swinging neck breaker and a sling blade, and flies and a frog splash to win. Respectfully, both men were to close the show. Great match. Honestly, this show had it all. Honestly, I would say Mike Bailey match would literally be match of the night. Literally, for me, it kept me in my seat. Tamahashi, you can't go wrong with. He is the ace of New Japan. You can't go wrong with these guys. Seriously. I could say the Impact Tag Team Champion match was okay. That was kind of the low point. I didn't really care for it. I love MDK, and I like Alex and Chris Sabin. Again, I like them revitalizing their career. They should be in AEW, honestly, in that division. Honestly, with some of the things that are going on there with the Young Bucks and injuries, they should be there, honestly. Frankie Kazarian turning the back of the time is just amazing to me. Anyway, like I said, this is a B++++. This is a 9 out of 10. This is great stuff to kick off WrestleMania weekend, and I was so into it. I was enthralled. I was enthusiastic. If I'm saying the word right, enthusiastic. If I'm saying that right. Sorry, guys. I talk with a lisp. My voice sometimes butchers things. Anyway, make sure to rate, like, and subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I got more to come today. You guys are going to get a lot of reviews from me. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.